Hello to everyone. Today we discuss about the three-phase semi-converter fed separately excited motor and series motor. Converter is common, but motor is changed. But the waveforms and operation is same. Only analysis is changed for the separately excited DC motor and DC series motor. The three-phase semi-converter is one quadrant. So how it is one quadrant means we will discuss from the waveforms. So it is generally limited to the applications 15 to 150 HP. This is the three-phase semi-converter. 3 SCRs are there and 3 diodes are there. So this semi-converter is connected to the separately excited DC motor. Separately excited DC motor means you have to connect the field winding separately. Okay, first we discuss about the three-phase semi-converter fed separately excited DC motor. So 3 SCRs are there, 3 diodes are there. So given the three-phase AC supply and to draw the neat waveform for the three-phase AC supply, first one A phase, B phase and C phase. So B phase is 120 degrees delay angle, C phase is 240 degrees delay. Okay. So first you have to draw the dotted lines and analyze the waveform. First one A phase. So it starts from 0. Okay, you have to move on the x-axis. A phase is connected to the anode of the T1. So that means it is forward bias condition. That means during, for example, you have to assume this is the T1 period, this is the T2 period, or this is the T2, so this is the T3. You have to assume T1, T2, T3, so T4 and T5, and this is the T6. During T1 to T3, A phase is more positive. A phase is more positive compared to the B and C phases. So T1 is conducts. Next one, come to negative side. This is the C phase. This is the C phase. Observe here between T2 to T4, C phase is more negative. C phase is more negative. That means D1 is conducts. Similarly, for T3 to T5, B phase is more positive compared to A and C phases. So B phase is more positive. That means T2. Next one, T4 to T6, A phase is more negative. A phase is more negative. So that is the D2. T5 to T7, C phase is more positive. C phase is more positive. So that is the T3. Similarly for D3. Okay. So T1 starts from T1. So T2 starts at T3. So T3 starts at here. That means T5. Now this is the thyristor 2. This is the thyristor 1. So diodes starts from here. This is the D1. This is the D2. This is the D3. D3. These are the thyristors turning on the points. Now, first we have to assume alpha value is equal to 0. For alpha value is equal to 0, generally the SCR will be starts from this point. Okay. So alpha value is 0. So you have to give the pulse from T1 to T3. T1 to T3, A phase is more positive. That means fully conduction. That means you have to draw the pulse. This is the pulse. Similarly for T2, from T3 to T5, draw this one. Similarly for T3, from T5 to T7. Coming to negative side, D1 conduction period is T2 to T4. D1 is conduction period. So draw this one. Similarly for D2, 4 to T4 to T6. T4 to T6, this is the conduction period of the diode. Similarly for D3, at T6, D3 is conducts. But after this one, observe here, after this one, 360 degrees cycle is complete. So you have to come back like this. So you have to analyze the waveform from T1 to T2. T1, D3 is conducts. Next, T2 to T3, T2 to T3, T1, D1 conducts, T3 to T4, D1, T2 conducts. Next one, T4 to T5, T4 to T5, see this period, T2 and D2 conducts. Next one, T5 to T6, T5 to T6, this period. So T3, D3 is conducts. Next, D3, T3. From the analysis of these pulses, so we have to draw the waveform, output voltage waveform, but alpha is equal to 0. For alpha is equal to 0. So the waveforms are like this. This one. For alpha value is equal to 0, it is acting as the diode rectified. For alpha value is equal to 0, thyristors also acting as the diodes. There are total 6 diodes are there. So it is acting as the diode rectified. 3-phase full diode rectified. Uncontrolled diode rectified. That means you will get this type of the waveform. Every thyristor is conduction period is 120 degrees. Every diode also conduction period is 120 degrees. Okay, based on that one, we can analyze for another angle, alpha is equal to 30 degrees. For alpha is equal to 30 degrees, so generally we are measuring from alpha from this point. So at here alpha value is equal to 0. Okay, so for alpha value is equal to 30 degrees, so you have to shift the waveform here. So here to 120 degrees, like this. Okay. This is the T1 conduction period. Similarly, D1 is conducts between this period. So for diodes there is no firing angle. Similarly, T2. So it is alpha value is 30 degrees. That means generally T2 starts from here. So when you are giving 30 degrees angle, you have to measure from 30 degrees from this point. So 30 degrees means for alpha value 30 degrees, for T2 the conduction period is up to here 120 degrees. You have to add from 180 plus 120, so 300. Similarly for diode, there is no change. Okay, generally T5 starts from here, so we have to give 30 degrees means this is the 300. So 300 plus 120 degrees conduction period of the T3. So 420. So we have to go for up to 420. So this is the pulse for the T3. So 360 degrees. After the 360, it is cycle is repeats. So you have to draw from beginning. You have to draw from y-axis like this. This is for T3. Similarly D3, that is same, not changes. So based on this one, now we have to draw the waveforms for alpha is equal to 30 degrees. So these pulses are alpha is equal to 30 degrees. So assume during each period you can analyze. So during this period, see this one, during this period T1 and D1 is conducts. T1, D1 conducts. Next one, T1, D1 conducts between these two periods. This one. So you have to analyze like this. So between these two periods, T1, D1. So sorry, here D3 is there. During this period, T1, D3 is conducts. Next, during this period, T1, D1 conducts. Okay. Next one. During this period, observe here, during this period, D1, T2. D1, T2. Next one, T2, D2. Next, during this period, T3 and D2. T3 and D2. Next, during this period, T3 and D3. T3 and D3. Now draw the waveform T1, D3. So that is the waveform T1, D1. That is the waveform T1, T2. Sorry, D1, T2. That is the waveform T1 and D2. That is the waveform T3, D2. Similarly, T3, D3. For alpha value is equal to 0, we will get here 6 pulses. So now this is the 3 pulses. 3 pulses. That means this is the waveform. This is 1 pulse. This is the second pulse. This is the third pulse. Alpha value is equal to 60. That means you have to give 30 degrees delay again. That means total 60 degrees. So you have to measure from 60 degrees from here. So 60 and plus from y axis is already 30 degrees. So total 90. So take the 90. This is the 90. 90 plus 120 conduction period. So 0. So 210. So find out 210. It is trigger up to here. That is the T1. So D1 is same, not changes. Similarly for T2, measure 60 degrees from this point. So 180 plus 60. Sorry, this is the point 150. 150 plus 60, 210. So measure up to 210. So you will get this one. So it is extends to the here. Okay, based on the logic, we have to draw the waveforms. D3 does not change. So for T3, it starts from here. Actually, the alpha angle you have to measure from here. So this is the 270. 270 plus 60. 330. So it is continuous up to here. So D3 does not changes. So it is changed up to one more line. It is changed up to here. So this is the T3. Now draw the waveforms. During this period, T1 and D1 is conducts. During this period, so this point to this point. So T1 and D1. So it conducts like this. The output voltage waveform is equal to input voltage. Similarly, T2, D2. T2, D2. So this is the T2, D2. Similarly for T3 and D3. So how to measure up to there. So like this. This is for T3 and D3. So this is the waveform. For alpha is equal to 0. Sorry. For alpha is equal to 60 degrees. So for separately excited motor, so we have to calculate the output voltage. Va is equal to 3 root 3 Vm by 2 pi 1 plus cos alpha. So apply the KVL. So you will get the Va is equal to Ia Ra plus Eb plus L into dA by dt, but that voltage across the inductor goes to 0 value. So Ia Ra plus Eb. So Eb is equal to Kfi n. So n is equal to Va minus Ia Ra by Kfi. You substitute the Va value here. So finally the speed is proportional to the Va value. So when alpha value is increases, output voltage is decreases and the speed also decreases. This is for the separately excited DC motor. For current value, the current flowing through the motor is Ia. For output current, that is the Ia value. So you have to assume it is the continuous current. In the single phase converter, current is increasing and decreasing. But coming to three phase converters, the current decaying goes to very less compared to the single phase converter. So we have to assume continuous current and we have to draw straight line. So this is for Ia. So it is straight line. That is the DC current. So speed torque characteristics. So you know the separately excited DC motor speed torque characteristic. The shape is like this. This is the torque, this is the speed, RPM and Newton meter. This is the separately excited DC motor when alpha value is increases like this.